I was really privileged and fortunate to be in the chief of staff role for the past pretty much 2 years of building Xandr. And I just recently transitioned to lead strategy and corporate development. And in my role, I'm really focused on creating the vision for Xandr and really making sure that we're evolving as the market shifts, and it's a very dynamic industry, but also making sure we have annual priorities that are in service of that vision. I help in partnership with all of our business stakeholders to drive metrics and create the yardstick for how we measure our success. And in the corporate development area, I'm consistently looking at innovation and accelerators for Xandr in terms of our investments and potential acquisitions, as well as responsible for integrating assets and investments.
Great. So tell us a little bit about strategy and what's kind of some of the strategy that you see this year, both in the U.S. and globally, and kind of what we might expect.
Sure. So in order to think about 2020 strategy, you have to sort of reflect on what we accomplished in 2019. And for Xandr, it was really, I reference it as a building year. And so we fully integrated AppNexus in 2019. We relaunched our Invest platform. We relaunched our Monetize platform. And we unveiled a marketplace so that it's not about just our owned assets, but also bringing in premium publishers. And so we've been laser focused on premium video. In 2020, it's going to be an acceleration year with that, which is really timely because CTV is going to take off in 2020 even more than it has. And so what you'll see from Xandr is more integrated partnership with WarnerMedia. You're going to continue to see us unifying our platforms and ensuring that it's about buying and selling across all channels of premium video. So that's inclusive of linear television and data-driven linear and addressable TV. And then when it comes to globally, we're starting to see video really pick up. And so with our both buyers and publisher partners in Europe in particular, and in Latin America, we're making a lot of investments in 2020 and building out new capabilities, especially around data and identity, and to ensure we have greater audience targeting in our platform. And so we're really excited about a lot of the changes that are going to come, but continue to see us leading in converged video.
And the clypd acquisition was a very significant one, very well-established technology. Tell us a little bit about the thinking behind the acquisition and how that integration will be looking.
Yeah, so Xandr, ahead of the acquisition, was just laser focused on converged video across all channels. And so when we're on that path to build it out, we realized and we continued to come in, at the intersection of clypd, who was already helping to drive audience buying for data-driven linear with many networks and programmers across the US. And so we really saw it as a way to accelerate the unification of our platform and to drive convergence. And so I've been a part of many integrations. I would say this is one of the most seamless ones, mainly because the leadership at clypd and the employees at clypd and our product teams, we just see the world the same way. We have the same vision for how convergence and automated buying across these channels can happen.
Cool, and exciting times here at CES, and for the TV industry, this advanced TV industry we've been talking about for years. It seems to be kind of the buzz here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
What's exciting for you about the advertising space and advanced TV now, and where do you think things might be going this year?
Yeah, I see a few different things. I see privacy no longer being an afterthought, and it's no longer just a legal imperative, it's a business and strategy imperative. And it's really exciting at CES and in all client and partner conversations that privacy and the protection of consumer data is an integral part of the conversation, and that data monetization and privacy no longer are mutually exclusive. They can actually be a really good partnership there. And so privacy is one of them. I would also say around AVOD and the streaming wars, you're going to start to see a lot of new formats. And so we recently unveiled the pause ad this week. It's just the first of many ad format innovations. And so I think many of our publisher partners and buyers are starting to think more about better ways that we can engage consumers and drive a better consumer experience. And lastly, I'd say, as you referenced advanced TV, there's so much conversation around CTV and how the industry can help drive standardization, whether it's around measurement, formats. And so as CTV continues to explode in 2020, I think the industry is going to really have to establish those standards so it makes it easier for CTV to be a part of the marketing mix.
Lauren, I wanted to ask you about community and sort of the partnerships with other publishers. How's that going? And give us an update.
Yeah, Community was a really important initiative for us to launch in 2019, as it was really a notion to the market that we're not just focused on monetizing our owned assets, but we're looking to help buying and selling of converged video for other publisher partners as well. And so in 2019, we signed up around 20 partners, made a lot of announcements, AMC, A&E, Bloomberg, Philo, Tubi, so some really great partners. And again, because we want to ensure that it's across all channels, inclusive of linear, so think data-driven linear and addressable TV, you're going to continue to see more partners, more announcements, and really the unification and convergence of those platforms.